So I spent all of yesterday moving around dusty furniture, and because of that I ended up having allergies late at night. So for today's video, we are joined by my special guest, these red spots at the bottom of my nose. Hey, what's going on, you guys? So for this week's video, I thought I would do something we can all relate to, and that is things that make me cringe. And there are so many things that make me cringe, and to be honest, this will probably just be a part 1, because there will undoubtedly be a part 2, because I will definitely think of more things that make me cringe. But without further ado, the first thing that makes me cringe is when people bite into ice cream or chew on ice. And I'm pretty sure this needs no introduction. We've seen this at least once or twice before, but this literally sends shivers down my spine because I have really sensitive teeth, like super sensitive. Like if I taste anything that's slightly cold or slightly hot, like it's a challenge. So just seeing someone like literally take their ice cream and bite into it or chew on ice, just that like the feeling, thinking about what that must feel like chewing through ice and the coldness from ice cream, it's just ugh. I wish people would not do that because it is just ugh. The second thing that makes me cringe are when people pick their nose. And let me just clarify something. I have no problem if anyone picks their nose. I'm actually a big proponent of picking your nose when you're in public. No. Take 2, I'm actually a big proponent of people picking their nose in private, because let's be honest, we all do it, but in public, that is just a no-no. Like, seeing people like dredging crap out of their nose and like it's just disgusting. But what really makes me cringe about that is when some people, they're not done when they just take something out of their nose. They don't just get rid of it, dispose of it, and move on. They sit there rolling it in their fingers or like analyzing it and just doing all this weird stuff with it and like, you know, playing with it for like minutes on end. It's just absolutely disgusting. I honestly cannot even look at someone who's doing that because it is so gross. And you might think, are there actually people that do that? And unfortunately, yes, I happen to live with one of them. So there's pretty much no escape for me. I pretty much have to either leave the room or just not look at them, and yeah, it's not that much fun. The third thing that makes me cringe are messy eaters. And this one mainly applies to babies and children, but let's be honest, we've probably seen a few adults do this in our lives, am I right? This is when people are not eating their food. They are literally wearing it. Food all over their hands, food all over their face, all over their clothes, and you know, I don't even need to explain why that makes me cringe. But I will. This thing that makes me cringe is threefold. First of all, there's obviously the mess that needs to be cleaned up, like all over the floors, the table, the clothes. That is just going to take a long time to clean up. And then obviously there's the fact that the food is not being eaten, it's just going to waste. But the third thing that makes me cringe about this is something that I don't think many people think about, and that is the smell. Like, you know, anyone who's gone food on their fingers, like if you eat messy ribs or like a burger or anything that requires your fingers, you know that the smell does not come out just by simply washing your hands. You have to literally scrub like with soap for like minutes on end, even like a day on end, just to get the smell completely gone. So when I see like pictures of kids or videos of kids with all this food caked everywhere, I just think about how they're gonna smell probably like spaghetti for the next week, because there is no way that smell is coming out. The fourth thing that makes me cringe are nails on a chalkboard. And this one's a little different. It's not the noise that bugs me. Like obviously the screeching noise isn't that pleasant, but it's not what makes me cringe about nails on a chalkboard. What makes me cringe about nails on a chalkboard is the feeling in the nails and fingers while they're grinding down the chalkboard. And we've all tried it once or twice, so you know that feeling, that like slight vibration, stinging feeling, that's like the feeling of your nails being like filed down. It's just an awful sensation. And when I see or hear anyone, you know, grinding their nails down a chalkboard, that's all I think about, and it just makes me cringe so much. Like it just sends a shiver right down my spine thinking of that freaking feeling when people are doing that. Let me know if you can relate on that one, because I feel like the thing that makes people cringe about that is always the noise, and I feel like the feeling of the nails on the chalkboard doesn't really get as much attention, but that is honestly what horrifies me the most about it. The fifth thing that makes me cringe are chokers. And I'll put a picture up if you don't know what they are, but it's basically just a elastic band that goes around your neck, and it's a fashion accessory. It's just recently become a really popular thing, like it's a craze right now, and all the girls are like wearing them in vlogs and pictures and all this stuff, and every time I see one, it makes me cringe so much, and here's why. Let me know if you're the same and if you can relate, but I'm the kind of person that if anything is constricting around my neck on even the slightest degree, I have to like move it around and loosen it up because it just makes me feel so uncomfortable and constricted. Like even at night, if the blanket is a little bit like, if it's even just touching my neck, I have to move it. If like my shirt is just slightly pulled onto my neck, I have to loosen it up. So when I see girls wearing this fashion accessory that is designed to invoke that exact feeling that I despise, I just can't imagine wearing one for an entire day willingly. Like whenever I see one in pictures or videos, I just feel so like I just can't look at them. So yeah, chokers absolutely definitely make me totally cringe. And the sixth and final thing that makes me cringe is the sound of styrofoam rubbing against cardboard. And this is a deep-seated cringe that goes way back to my childhood. I have always found that particular noise the most horrifying, chill-inducing, nasty noise that has ever existed on planet Earth. It's just this nasty, high-pitched squeak and rub and I just hate that noise so much. Like anytime I get a new shipment in the mail and it's packed with styrofoam and cardboard, I actually do have to ask a family member to open it for me because I cannot open it. I cannot be in the same room as that horrible noise. Let me know if that noise bothers you too, because I feel like I'm the only one who finds that noise absolutely horrifying and cringe-inducing. It is just awful. I cannot come up with enough words to describe how much I hate that noise and how much it makes me cringe. So on that note, that is all the things that make me cringe, at least for part 1, because I might do a part 2 in the future. But let me know in the comments below if anything I said makes you cringe as well, and also share what makes you cringe if I didn't say it. Maybe I missed a couple things that make me cringe and we can relate. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and share this video if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, because I post new videos every Tuesday. The subscribe button is right down below. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All the links are down below for that, and also at the end of this video. Anyway, thanks for watching my video this week, and I will see you next week for another brand new video. Bye! So for this week's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that we can all relate to, and that is the struggle of saying no. Where are my fellow people pleasers at? It can be saying no to something, someone, or really anything.